In this tutorial, I'm going to demonstrate how to create a customized Windows 7 image. In this first video, we're going to pre-install applications, we're going to configure our computer settings, and finally, we're going to capture this customized image for later install. The first thing we need is a clean Windows 7 install. I got one right here in a virtual machine as an example. I suggest you use the original DVD for this, none with any modifications or anything. Okay, you're going to install this onto either a backup computer or on a second partition or hard drive on your current computer. Now, it's very important that you install to like a second partition or let Windows 7 do the partitioning. This is because Windows, we don't want any bootloader stuff on the partition we're going to capture. Letting Windows 7 handling the partition will do that. It creates like a 100 megabyte system partition, and where it puts specific boot files and stuff. We don't want those in our install whim. Okay. If you're like me and you don't want to mess around partitioning your hard drive, you can also install Windows 7 to a VHD file. This VHD file you create it during Windows setup. You have to open the command prompt during Windows setup and use this part. I provide a link to a tutorial on how to do that. Now this tutorial has very complex way of getting to the command prompt. There's a very easy way of doing it. An easier way, you just push Shift F10 and that launches the command prompt, into which you type disk part and you create your vdisk and whatever, you guys. Side note. Okay, after you install Windows 7 and you get to this part, the OOBE part, the part where you enter your username and log in for the first time, I don't want you to do that. I want you to instead push Control Shift F3. What this does is it reboots the computer into audit mode. Audit mode automatically logs on to the administrator. You'll see in a minute. Oh, you can also do this if you check out the videos I linked to, the OPK videos from Microsoft. You can also do this automatically with the auto on attend.xml. You can automatically boot into sysprep mode. Okay, so here we are now in audit mode. You also notice the system preparation tool, or sysprep, is open. I want you to ignore this. We're going to use this at the very end. I want to warn you guys about setting this stuff. So right now I'm going to close it. There's some info in the Microsoft Windows Automated Installation Kit. Okay, now this is the part where you install your applications. In my case, I have them here on this ISO. I got some Microsoft stuff. I got stuff like DirectX, .NET Framework 4 with the updates already slipstreamed into them. I got Office 2010 with my configuration my MSPs, for depending on who I'm installing it for. I also got the updates in the updates folder. What else do I got? I got some Visual C++ runtimes. This is my Wake documents and supplemental update. I also pre-install Wake. That's kind of ironic because we use Wake for this. I got some. What other stuff I got? I got some HKey current user reg tweaks that I want carried over. Other programs like Java, 7-Zip, Adobe Reader, Flash, Shockwave, Spyware Blaster. I suggest you don't install too many programs, because the quicker your ISO will become obsolete, the more programs you install. Okay, other stuff you can do is you can put desktop icons, you can configure your start menu, you can turn services on or off. I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to turn some services off. Like home group, I don't like that, so I'm going to disable that. So I'm going to disable the home group service. So yeah, that's some of the stuff you can do. You can also install a service pack. It's okay if if a program or a service pack or something needs to reboot, Windows would automatically boot back into audit mode, and the system preparation tool also still be running. After you finish setting stuff up and configuring Windows exactly the way you want, we're going to come back here to the sysprep tool to finalize our image and get it ready for capture. Okay, I want you to choose Enter System OOB, which is already selected by default. I want you to check the Generalize option. This Generalize option, you have to check it. Even if you're going to install Windows to the exact same hardware, this gets rid of hardware specific stuff. And I want you to choose Shutdown. And then you do OK. And what sysprep is going to do is going to clean up some stuff. And it's going to shut down. Okay, now we're ready to capture our image. To do this, you're going to boot back into your primary operating system, and we're going to capture the secondary partition. If you've installed Windows 7 to a VHD, we're going to have to attach this so we can work with it in Explorer. So you're going to run the disk management console, and you're going to go to Action, Attach VHD. You're going to browse to your VHD, and you're going to attach it. So here's my VHD attached. And this is what we're going to capture. We're going to capture this install. I've done this install earlier. I've installed stuff like Office. I've configured my computer settings the way I want. Windows Automated Installation Kit, Java, Flash. You know, the usual stuff. Now I want to capture this. I want to create a custom install WIM. Okay. To do this, we're going to use a tool called ImageX, which comes with the Windows Automated Installation Kit. First, I want to create a directory. This just creates a folder. Okay, these are the commands that we're going to use. So you're going to use ImageX /compress, and you can use none, you can use fast, or you can use maximum. I like to use maximum compression. So you're going to use flags. We're going to tell it it's ultimate. That's what edition I'm capturing. We're going to use /capture. Then here you enter the path or the drive letter of what we want to capture. We want to capture F, and where we want to save it now, captured. And the name of the file, install.wim. If there are any spaces or anything in these paths, I suggest you use quotes. Okay, now the name of your image. So we're going to use, there's spaces in this name, so I'm going to put start quote. So I go Windows 7 Ultimate, because I want it as close to the, and description, again, it's Windows 7 Ultimate. This is how it is in the original DVD. I want to mimic Windows 7 Ultimate. And /check. You don't have to use /check, but I like it. It checks like it's like an integrity check for an archive or something. You can also use /verify, but I don't use the verify. Yeah, let's use it, whatever. And you hit enter. And what this does is it's going to capture F, and it's going to save it and capture it, and it's going to compress it in install.wim. This takes a while. So here's my Windows 7 image. It's being compiled. What I want to show you guys quickly is I want to show you the folders that I don't want to capture. So if I go in C, I go Control Folders. This launches the folder options. Here I'm going to unhide critical operating system files, and then see, as you can see, this folder is the one we don't want to grab. And here you got your bootloader and all that. So we don't want this on the partition that we're capturing. So you're going to let Windows 7 handle the partitioning there. So as you can see, no boot drive, no. So we can hide that. And go back here. And wait. It takes about a half an hour or so to capture and compress your image. As you can see, mine's right here. 6 gigabytes total. Let's have a look. Yep, all looks good. There were no errors. The check, using check, it takes a little while longer, but it's good policy, you know. Now I want to check it again. I want to use image X to see that the name and description are okay. So I'm going to use image X /info. First, I'm going to do. I want to do a check on my original Windows 7 DVD. So I go 7 DVD sources install.wim. This is gonna look and see 7 DVD sources in the install.wim, and it's gonna, you know, see the name, the description, the flags, etc. This is the original Windows 7 DVD, so it has home premium and all that stuff. Now I want to check my custom install.wim that I just created. So I go image X /info, and I do a path to captured install.wim, and there we have that one. So as you can see, my name, Windows 7 Ultimate, came out right, my description, Windows 7 Ultimate, and my flags is Ultimate. If you don't know what flags to use, you can query your original Windows 7 DVD and you can get this info. So for like Windows 7 Professional, the flag you use is Professional. And you got the description and the name, which are the same. So now all that's left to do is you take your install.wim and you replace the one from your original Windows 7 DVD in the sources folder, and you overwrite it. So that's that for this part of the video. In the next video, we're going to show how to customize Windows 7 even further by adding updates and drivers. So stay tuned.